What's up everyone, wizardoak is here and we have another deck to explore, another Gruul deck. But this is not any Gruul deck I ever played. This is a Gruul deck that is basically, of course, a transformer, I will say. It's actually nicknamed Wet Gruul. Yeah, Wet Gruul. Not wet girl, which would be weird by saying that, but you know what I mean. But as we, of course, we are discuss this deck, here we go as we will, of course, look at each card as we can from the lowest to the highest. So here we go. First, of course, we are started with none other than the man, the legend, the myth himself, is Ed's Wall Innkeeper, of course. As many some of you know from my other videos on, of course, him, which of course on the other decks I did discuss, he, of course, whenever you cast a creature with have a fencer on it, draw a card, and it doesn't need to be cast as at first as a fencer. It just need to be cast as a creature. Another, we of course, other than himself, the mighty dwarven helm. That is another. That is. Oh god. Well, Windrock Knight. Of course, Windrock Knight, of course, is a dwarf knight. Of course, as he basically with his fencer ability, that is, of course, none other than basically that is an instinct. It will give your creature a part of 2 until end of turn. But sadly, your knight cannot block because obviously, look at him. He's running. He's more or less aggressor here, but sadly, no haste. And as we talk about haste, this guy, of course, plus fire elemental, which of course, as I have discussed about other before, he will of course have haste, cannot be blocked by a creature with 2 or less, and even of course, whenever. With the blindfold mechanic, whenever he land, enter the battlefield under control, this of course will gain a 2/2 until end of turn, which of course will be great combo if you have, of course, none other than Faded Passage. Of course, as you basically technically is a land, you sacrifice it, get another land, boom, you make that into a 5. So yeah, that's freaking awesome. We also have, of course, Bone Crusher Giant, which of course have Stomp, which of course basically due to the fencer mechanic, damage cannot be damaged in this turn. Cannot be prevented this turn, and Stomp will of course deal 2 damage to any targets. And even of course when as a creature, when he's being a target of a spell, of course, Bone Crusher Giant, of course, will deal 2 damage to the controller's spell, who own that spell. We also have Lovestruck Beast, that is, of course, obviously, due to his fencer mechanic, of course, can create a 1/1 white human. And, of course, he cannot attack unless you have controlled basically a 1/1 creature, which is excellent. In a way, if you're dealing with someone, but it's also good in defense as well. We also have everyone's favorite trends, which of course to me they're basically of course I want to say one is basically maybe a Scarlet Witch, another is basically Quicksilver due to their particularly how good they are. Basically, of course, here are the loyalty abilities. First loyalty that will give you 1, that is of course draw a card and discard a card, which is awesome. And of course other one that is of course target creature will gain a part of 2 first strike, which of course will strike first while it's against your basically creature, and this of course also trample until end of turn, which of course that's another one. And of course, the opponent power I will say they have, that is of course draw 4 cards. That if when you do, the twins will of course deal damage to any target that equally to the number of cards in your hand. So if you have like 2 and you basically manage to draw 4 out of it, you basically of course deal 6 on them or more, depends on how many you have. We also have Crescent Beast, which of course obviously Crescent Beast is ridiculously awesome. Due to Vincent and even of course Death Touch and Haste. So another haste creature. Very hasty if you think. And even of course Crescent Beast cannot be blocked by 2 or less, same like elemental creature we have. And even of course while deal combat damage to by a creature you control cannot be prevented. Whenever the Crescent Beast deal damage to your opponent, it will deal much damage to the prime marker they control. And of course we have one of course from the kaldheim that is none other than of course Gold Spa Dragon. That's of course half rain and haste. Whenever it attacks or become a target of a spell, create a treasure. Treasure of course can be sacrificed. Basically of course you basically gain 2 manas of 1. But if, of course, your dragon being slain, which I would ridiculously saying that, you basically, of course, your treasure will be, of course, can sacrifice for 1 mana. So basically, keep your dragon alive, or summon it in the closest you can. Now, we, of course, we have Claim, which, of course, the most, probably everyone's favorite weapon. That is, of course, basically when this spell can be cast, unless you have 1 less to cast it to each attacking creature you control. Whenever it is entered, attacks the target creature you control. I always say go for the big ones. And even, of course, that creature will, of course, get a 1/1 and double strike and trample. And, of course, we have another beast, another hasty beast, too. And I cannot even say the actual name, but I will try my best. Fattering Les Monstrosity Waiter. And of course, it's a legendary creature, of course, as you notice. It's a 6/6, which is amazing. And even, of course, you got trample and haste, like I said earlier. And even, of course, put 1 or more counters on the permanent or creature player. Put the twice as much of kind of counter on the permanent or player instead. If the opponent put 1 or more counter on the permanent or player, they will put half of that many of that each of those of the counter, and that, you get the picture. But of course it is absolutely ridiculous. We also have the Great Hens. Of course, it will be cost less to cast with the X mount, which is the X is the greatest power among your creatures. Like probably say your Crescent Beast is probably close enough, or even the boost Fire Elemental, due to the fact he can come into a 5/5 if you basically of course put the Fable Pass on it. And even, of course, these are our lands. But before I get into it, let's talk about our sideboard. If you want to writer this Caught Wet, and even why the twins there, even though you notice the blues are there. So here's the awesome thing about it. This deck can be used against a counter spells against any players that have counter spells, or something can destroy your creatures. So that is amazing, killers. This is kind of like create defense in the next round. So an example like this Drainful Stroke, which is of course can target spells that basically of course have converted of mana of 4 or greater. We got Nazgate, which is probably one everyone's favorite and classic Magic Gathering card that against counters, but only against non-creatures. I said non-creature spells that could be like Instinct or Trample, or even of course Instinct and Sorcery, and even of course Artifacts and Enchantments. We also of course have of course a human here that is Emberfin the Shield Breaker, which of course can destroy artifacts if you cast it as a sorcery. Then of course you can summon Litter, but even though it's a bit weak, but don't worry. This is only an awesome card due to the fact it can store artifacts. We have Ran Free, which of course the creature you control deal damage equally to the power of the target creature you cannot control if the creature you control have trample, it will deal extend the damage is dealt that creature instead. So basically, it can destroy it. So it only depends on who you get. We've got, of course, mystical. This purple. I hope I said it right. This spell, of course, can cast this if the target spell is blue, and of course the target spell counter the target spell unless the player pay 3 mana for it to make it a safe spell. And of course we got Phoenix Ass, which of course I mentioned this from other videos, half rain and all sorts of haste. And even of course the creature can gain a part of 2 if you pay the mana ability. And even of course it have the escape mechanic. Of course it costs 4 manas, and even of course you must also pay 3 other cards from your grave to X out and to bring this back. And even of course once it's escaped, it will get a 1/1 counter on it. Of course I have of course probably one of my most ridiculously powerful beasts. That is of course Clawman, the Cosmos servant. Of course this cannot be countered, so this is really great if you are against something that basically can counter big monsters. Example like saying if you have him and somehow he got it countered, or him and he got countered. So it's kind of more or less saying you probably one of the best bet is replace him with this one. Even though this one costs like 7 mana with 2 blues and 2 green. And of course, as well as we discussed at the beginning of your each upkeep, it can create a free blue servant token, and of course name Karma Cord, and even of course you can sacrifice it, and of course choose of one. Tap a target permanent. If its activated ability cannot be activated at this turn, and of course this beast of course can be indestructible. Yes, this is surprisingly a really good deck. I try it out. It's definitely surprisingly good. Well, and of course, will it get to Mythic? Probably. It only depends on your piloting skills on this deck. So I probably do a safe bet by playing this because, well, reasons. And you know what? Probably, yeah. Where is it? Yeah, here we go. So due to the fact it is a safe game, because I don't want to destroy my rank right now, because I am at Platinum, and of course whatsoever. And of course I will show you more other decks if you guys want to check it out, because I have discovered some more awesome decks, and I'm currently playing another one which might be my main. Could be my main deck for basically this early stage of this new set. And of course I will probably make a video of it later as I trying to catch it up. So just be patient. And this is a Ice Mother. What? Are you serious? Oh god. Well, I hope no kids are watching it. Right, okay. So we definitely have a good hand here. I say keep. I probably risk it by basically casting a human then. Oh wow, we got Crescent Beast already. Nice. Okay, let's get basically our Broody Heart Desire to do the ability of creating a woman human, and it's white, and I don't mean in the whistle kind. Okay, we got a freaking. This is a Dimir deck, isn't it? This is Dimir Rogue. Oh boy. Okay, I think I lost a lot, didn't I? Yes. And of course a good card. Damn you. Oh no! It's already got my other big creature. You monster. Okay. Let's try to get this guy for what he did to me. I want vengeance. Okay, I cannot attack due to defense of the toughness of the crab due to the fact of its E toughness of 3. Even though it's powerless, but it is still powerful. And there goes my other innkeeper. So I have example of one more, I believe. Yeah, I believe it's one more. And that's kinda sucks. Okay, I probably just go for it because he can only block 1. So here we go. The crab only can block 1, and somehow that's a bit weird with that. It's almost like my human token the spat at it, like pfft. That's it, the spat. I wondered if I wonder if Belle from Beauty and the Beast did that to your man, like spat on him for trying to kill the beast or something. I don't know. And the other twins is gone again. Damn you. Oh well. I will say, in the defense of we are against a creature, I will say we put a green and we will destroy the son of a gun. Please don't have counters. Please don't have counters. And it's got countered. You monster. Here we go. Just scratch again. And this time the human actually just slap him this time. Or her. Or them. And Pens, whoever is Mother effing T. Like seriously. Who allowed this, man? Like, it's almost like saying he's iced tea. Like, do we got iced tea here? I thought he's still in the Law and Order show. The special victim thing. Good lord. Okay, I think he don't have, but we're gonna cast it again, hopefully. Because we need to make him scared of me. And no, he does do that. Not good. And I assuming he probably got like 2 lands on him. Like he's covered, oh god, I got 2 lands again. And we'll put him in the bottom. Because he's kind of got 5, and I think 5 is enough, in my opinion, of his idea. But even though this is strange, this is not a Dear Mirror deck, as I am starting to realize now, because I see weakness, and I see blue. So I think I know what he might be playing, and this might be not good. Okay, I might probably destroy him. I know he's gonna create him as a bird. Oh, can't we solve it? Let's see. Still can't break it free because due to his raw. That's it. It's just trump us. So we cannot go through the wall, but even we cannot fry it, because I thought that's going to be a fryer or something. I thought he just goes us. No, I'm gonna... Oh, no, I can't. I thought we can. My turn. Oh, boy. Okay, I don't want to summon the dragon yet. I want to like risk it by summoning more creatures in. Okay, that's telling me that he's got no defense. If you're gonna ask, why not just buff one of my tokens? Well, he's probably just do the whole. Well, that 3 will go to the 4, and that 1 is going to the 3. And let's think about it. Just think about it. Okay, I wonder what it's describing. Okay, he's got nothing. Oh, great. And I hate to see that. Okay. We've seen we can break this, but he might probably do the switchery too. And okay, I'm gonna create another human. I'm gonna create another token. And I will probably just do that. And probably just send them all in. Send them all in. Obviously, he's doing the whole free on that and whatsoever. But it's going to be a 5 damage on him. Bell and the Giant. Oh, that should be a new Disney spiritual successful of the Beauty and the Beast, Beauty and the Giant. Let's think about it, Disney. If you're gonna call that in your new movie, then I'm gonna sue you, because I got proof. Oh boy, he's gonna do that, but who cares? Because he done something stupid, and I know why. And that's my big beast gun. Damn you, monster. Yeah. Wow! I think we just milked Mr. T here. I think we just ice him, baby. Wow, this, wow. Okay, he just gave up, and this might be the shortest, well, not yet, actually, because my other video is actually shortest, the model wed. But, wow, haven't got a chance to transformed my deck. And I think it was a Quantum Prayer, wasn't it? Wow, that was something, guys. That was kind of unexpected, but we win it. We have won that match. And as you will see, of course, even though you haven't seen the actual sideboard of an action against it, but we will, of course, eventually see it probably during my streams if you guys want to go and check on me on Twitter. Which, of course, obviously would be wizardoak, which, of course, down in the comments. And, of course, I want to ask you guys a little favor if you could do, as we basically at this end of the video. I will ask you if you guys are enjoying the other content I have made on Magic the Gathering. You can, of course, subscribe me for seeing more awesome decks as I explore this new, basically this new set as we are witness right now. Even though, like I said, it's still at early stage, we don't know what it is the best deck, but also, I will say this, guys, I will be entering the Star City Games tournament next week, of course, and that would be the 13th, and if you guys want to see that, you can, and you may, and even, of course, you can, of course, check me other contents as well, or even check me on Discord, and whatsoever. So I will say this, thank you guys for basically joining in and watching this video, and even, of course, if you want to drop a comment, like saying a message, like, oh wow, this is on a video, or even, of course, have a suggestion or want me to try out at this certain deck, you are welcome. And even, of course, thank you guys. Thank you guys for supporting as you can. And even, of course, I am nearly hit 130 subs. And, of course, I need probably like 4 more subs if you guys want to support. So, of course, don't forget, support the channel if you are enjoying it. So, I will see you guys next time on my next video. That is whatever it is going to be.